Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are settling down at the desk for an absolute masterclass on what is arguably the most important luxury vehicle in India right now. If you walk into a boardroom, an elite corporate office, or a high-end residential complex, anywhere from Mumbai to Delhi, you are guaranteed to spot one vehicle more than almost any other luxury SUV. I am talking about the Mercedes-Benz GLC. Now, when you're looking to spend close to around 85 to 90 lakh rupees on road in India, your options are incredibly competitive. You have got the driver-focused BMW X3, the sharp Audi Q5, and the understated Volvo XC60. But Mercedes-Benz has a massive psychological grip on the Indian luxury buyer. The three-pointed star represents a milestone. It tells the world you are arrived. But a badge alone doesn't justify an 80 lakh exclusion price tag. In this deep dive, we are going to look under the skin to the current Gen GLs. We will analyze why it dominates the chart, break down the mechanical details of the petrol versus diesel, look at its actual off-road capabilities, its signature transparent bonnet feature. RIP are the technology inside the cabin and talk about the long-term maintenance reliability for Indian owners. If you are a student of luxury cars or if you are genuinely planning to sign up a check for this month, pull up a chair, take some notes because we are going to dissect this car completely. Let's first start with the hard numbers because this is where a lot of buyers get a reality check. Mercedes-Benz has streamlined the GLC lineup, unlike previous generations where you had a confusing trim levels like progressive or prime. The current GLC is sold in a single, absolutely fully loaded trim called the Avant-Garde line. You only have to make one real choice. Do you want a petrol or do you want a diesel? Both variants have been strategically priced nearly identically by Mercedes-Benz, hovering around the 76 to 77 lakh rupees mark ex-showroom. However, when you factor in local registration costs, high insurance premium, logistics, and the TCS tax, your on-road price changes significantly. Depending on whether you are registering in India, in Delhi, Karnataka, or Maharashtra, you are looking at a final onward price ranging between 91 lakhs to 94 lakh rupees. This is a massive from what a GLC used to cost 5 years ago, pushing it dangerously close to GLE territory from the past. So for nearly 93 lakhs, what kind of presence are you getting on the road? Let's analyze the exterior design evolution. Because Mercedes played a very smart game here. They didn't reinvent the wheel, they just made it look richer. When you look at the front profile, the GLC inherits the massive chrome heavy grille with a central star. It, but if you look closer, the mesh itself composed of tiny illegal metallic Mercedes-Benz stars. It's an incredible detail. The headlights are now directly connected to the grille housing, which usually make the car look wider and more aggressive. Mercedes has also increased the overall length of the vehicle by 60 mm compared to the older models. All the wheelbase is longer too. On the side profile, you will notice a running board with rubber studs and standard fitment in India. Now, while it looks like a rugged off-roader, let's be honest, it's an urban status symbol. The rear design has transitions to the incredibly slim, sharp triangular LED tail lights connected by dark glossy strips. It looks remarkably similar to their flagship EV line, giving it an ultra-modern, sophisticated look that makes its competitors look a bit dated. Alright, let's step inside. because the cabin is where Mercedes-Benz completely seals the deal of 90% of the buyers. If you take a test drive of an Audi or a BMW and then you step inside the GLC, the visual impact of this interior is on completely different level. It feels like stepping into a mini S-Class. The entire dashboard design is lifted straight from C-Class sedan dominated by a massive 11.9-inch central touchscreen tilted slightly towards the driver behind the steering wheel sits a flawless 12.3-inch digital driver's display. Let's talk about the ambient lighting. Nobody does lighting like Mercedes-Benz. You have 64 colors to choose from, and the light strips run through the doors, across the jets, and even inside the aircraft turbine-inspired air vents. If you drive, if you're driving the car at night through Marine Drive or the ceiling, the cabin feels absolutely magical. Material quality is top tier. You get gorgeous open pore wood finish, heavy leathery upholstery, and metallic switches. However, there is a catch because everything is controlled through that massive center screen, including your air conditioning and vehicle setting. It can look like fingerprint magnet very quickly. You will also you will find yourself keeping a microfiber cloth in glove box at all the times. Feature-wise, Mercedes did not spec for the Indian spec. You will get a massive panoramic sunroof, a brilliant 15-speaker Boomster 3D surround sound system that delivers deep audiophile-grade bass, wireless phone charging, and built-in air purifier. As your consultant, I have to highlight one strange omission. The front seat comes with a memory function and heating, but no seat ventilation. In a country like India, where summer temperature regularly crosses 40 degrees Celsius, I'm saying when is a 90 lakh price point. Very obvious. Now let's talk about the mechanical engineering. This is the core data you need to know if you are studying these vehicles. Both the petrol and diesel variants run on a 2-liter four-cylinder engine and both be equipped with 48-volt mid-hybrid system featuring an integrated starter generator ISG. The ISG factor, the mid-hybrid system adds an instant to 23 horsepower and 200 Nm of torque at low speed, filling any turbo lag before the engine completely takes over. So which one should you pick? The GLC 300 petrol is all about silky smooth refinement. When you hit the start button, comes to life in absolute silence. It's significantly quicker off the line, clocking 0 to 100 in just over 6 seconds. If your daily commute involves short city bursts or a bumper urban traffic, the petrol is incredibly peaceful. However, if you're a highway cruiser who loves driving from Mumbai to Goa or Delhi to Chandigarh, the GLC 220D diesel is an absolute champion. It gives you a massive 414 Nm of torque, available right from 200,000 RPM. On long highway stretches, the diesel motor easily delivers close to 17 to 19 kilometers per liter in the real world, giving you a massive driving range on a single tank. How does it handle the infamous broken tarmac in the roads? Well, uh, this is where the GLC differs drastically from the BMW X3 talked about earlier. Mercedes-Benz actually raised the ground clearance of the Indian spec GLC by an unladen 20 specifically to cope with massive speed breakers and unpredictable pat- potholes. The ride quality is tuned heavily towards isolation and luxury. It glides over minor road imperfections with the soft, floaty characteristics. Inside the cabin, the road and tire noise insulation is exceptionally well executed. You will feel completely disconnected from the chaos traffic outside. The compromise, however, comes in the handling department. If you throw the GLC into a sharp corner at high speed, you will feel a noticeable amount top volume. The steering wheel is light and effortless for parking in tight spaces, but it doesn't give you the razor sharp mechanical feedback that makes you want to take a moment alone. It's a car designed to help you to de-stress after a long day at work, not to lap records. Now let's talk about a feature that Mercedes heavily advertises for this generation. Its off-road capability. Both variants come standard with a legendary 4-matic all-wheel drive system, but it absolutely trick, party trick is the feature called the transparent bonnet. When we activate off-road mode, the 360-degree camera sight uses a delayed feed to stitch together an image on your screen that makes the entire front engine bay appears completely transparent. This allows you to see exactly what is directly underneath your front wheels, whether it's massive rock or a trail or hidden deep potholes in the waterlogged city streets. It's it is incredibly practical for Indian conditions. On the safety front, the GLC comes loaded with full suite of layer 2 ADAS. This includes autonomous emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, and adaptive cruise control. Quick note on lane keep assist. On our poorly mapped Indian highways, the system can occasionally get confused and trying to tug the steering wheel aggressively. Fortunately, you can easily customize or turn down the sensitivity of these alerts through the quick access vehicle menu on the screen. Let's look at a massive practical update that solved a huge headache from the older Mercedes model. If you know anyone who owned an older generation GLC or C class, they will tell you the biggest nightmare was the spare wheels. In the older models, Mercedes used to strap the space saver spare tire directly on the top of the boot floor, which completely ruined your luggage capacity. With the current GLC, they have engineered a dedicated recessed compartment underneath the boot floor. The space saver tire is nearly tucked away completely out of the side. This opens up a massive 620 liter of highly usable cargo space. You can easily fit out full-size travel suitcases, 4 full-size travel suitcases for family air run without having to drop the rear seats. So let's wrap up uh, this with the ultimate question. Should you buy the Mercedes-Benz GLC or should you look at its rival? The answer comes down entirely to what you value the most. If your primary goal is to driving, if you want a car that feels tightly sprung, highly athletic, and incredibly sharp around the corners, go and book the BMW X3. But if you are looking for the definitive complete luxury experience, if you want a cabin that looks like a high-tech lounge, class leading boot space, a highly isolated drive that shields you from the chaotic roads, an undeniable statement of resting, the Mercedes-Benz GLC remains the absolute gold standard in its class. It doesn't try to be a sports car. No, it's luxury SUV, and it executed that role flawlessly. I think, guys, if you had 95 lakhs to spend, would you pick the GLC 300 petrol or 220 diesel? Let's start a conversation down in the comment below. If this deep dive helped you to understand the luxury landscape better, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for the in-depth automotive breakdowns from this test. And I will see you guys in the very next video. Until then, drive safe and take care.